So strategies to keep your cat contained. So there are many options available for keeping your cat contained if you would like to also provide them with the opportunity to still spend some time outdoors. So what those different options are that we've got out in the market, probably one of the really common ones that I see are these cat rollers. So these cat rollers that go on top of the fence line. There is the branded ones, Ocelot. Bunnings also do a brand of cat rollers. And you can also do a DIY version of a cat roller like you can see with this photograph with the PVC pipe. So there's lots of different resources available online for kind of fence rollers or cat rollers that you can pop on top of the fence line. Like I said, store-bought or DIY, lots of different options there. The way that those ones will work is that when your cats attempt to jump up to the fence line, the top bit is just going to roll, which means that they're not going to be able to get any grip and they're just going to fall straight back down again. So it's a great way to keep our cats contained to a yard if you do have a yard that you would like to still provide them with access to. The other type of cat-proof fencing is this kind of cat netting. So what we've got here is a photo of kind of this angled cat netting. So that these people have netted off that kind of perimeter, but they haven't fully netted or fully enclosed their entire yard. So this kind of angled netting, very similar to what we would see kind of like fox-proof fencing. So it's going to stop our cats from being able to jump up and over because they're not going to be able to hang upside down and flip over. It's quite difficult to do that with the netting option there as well. So it's quite common practice, obviously, to secure our fencing when we're owning a dog. So as I think the community transitions towards keeping pet cats contained, which hopefully we start to see a lot more councils implement similar strategies, then I'm hoping, I really hope from my perspective that we do start to see kind of cat-proof fencing options as kind of become the norm. You know, if we own pet dogs, it is the norm to make sure that you've got secure fencing, the gates are all locked, the dogs can't get out if they're left outside. And I suspect that where we're heading in the next 5 to 10 years is to see our cats in a similar kind of setup as well, which is pretty exciting. Catios or cat enclosures. These are the two beautiful cat enclosures that you can see here on the side. So hopefully you've all heard of catios or cat enclosures. So these are a really good option for cats that are really active, or if you've got a really big yard or a big fence line that you don't want to kind of cat proof the whole thing, but you want to provide them with maybe a section of your yard that you would like them to go into. So catios are going to allow your cat to experience the outdoors while still keeping them safe and contained, right? So these are a really good option, like I said, for active cats or really confident cats that like to spend some time outside. Catios, so kind of like freestanding catios, so not attached to the house, tend to be quite good for if you've got confident personalities. So shyer personalities tend to be a little bit more worried about standalone catios, but really confident cats tend to enjoy those. I've got a client who's got a beautiful Tonkinese, and she walks him out on his harness every day, out to his freestanding catio. She lets him off of his harness in the catio. He spends a good couple of hours out there, and then she'll go pick him up and bring him back inside as well. So again, thinking about for those freestanding kind of enclosures, how you would get them there. Harness training is a good option. Picking them up and moving them there might be another option for a different type of cat as well. Cats that are on the little bit shyer side or that are a little bit more nervous about exploring new environments may prefer a more gradual introduction. So for those cats, that's when I would recommend a cat enclosure that's attached to the house. So such as through a window or with access to the back door. So you can see, like with this photo that I've got here, that this cat enclosure is attached to the house. So they just open their back door and their cats can come out here. So giving access to the house is a nice way for those ones that have a bit of a shy personality to be able to go out kind of as they want to, but they can retreat back indoors if they would like to. So it provides them with a little bit more choice for some of those shy and nervous cats that can be really helpful as well. Now, in terms of where we can pick up catios and cat enclosures, there's lots of information online about lots of different brands of catios. I've got quite a few clients that have used Cat Nets. So Cat Nets is, I think, a Sydney-based supplier. They will offer freestanding enclosures. They offer kind of designs that they've already set up. You can also create your own designs with them, and they can what they'll do is they'll ship it to you, provide you with all of the parts, and you can install it yourself, or you can pay for an installer. Obviously, installing yourself is going to be a bit more of an affordable option. But I've got lots of clients that have done that and they've loved it, have a really great experience with them. There's lots of other netting companies, I suppose, that you can find online as well. So just a matter of having a look at all those different kind of options that are available, have a good look at reviews, see what other people have thought. And like I said, you generally can either purchase the components and install it yourself or pay for an installer to pop it in for you. This is just some other pictures of some cat enclosures or this kind of cat netting, catio type style, and what that might look like with the space that you've got. So really commonly what I might see in this top photo, how you can see that this person has netted off their entire veranda or their porch area. I see lots of people, it's quite a common thing to do because you don't have to then supply the netting to go over the top, right? So you've just got to net kind of all the sides to keep them in. The photo on the bottom there, you can see that these people have used the side of their house and also their fence and just then supplied the netting on the top. And they've kind of been able to net off their entire yard there, which is fantastic. And then the other really common style that I see on the right-hand side here is where people net down that kind of sideway of their house as well. So if you don't have a lot of space, most people will have this kind of short, small, kind of narrow sidewalk, which you can also net off quite easily as well. I do have a friend that's got a lovely little space set off like this for her cat, and her bathroom window just opens up out into that area, and then she's got some different paneling and stuff on the other side so the cats can get down. But that's a really nice, easy way for her to be able to still provide her cats with some outdoor time.